Hello everyone, this is Oliver. We are tasting tonight Tamaryokucha Midori. This is the tea I'm going to drink before I go to bed now. So you can see it is a stem tea, a tea which is a mix between leaves and stems. Here you can see this one's the stem which is in the tea, and we have also some leaves with it. So you can really see here the leaves, which are kind of twist rolled. So tama means actually turned or turned tea. So this one here, let's see if I can find a good example here. I guess this one you can see it a little bit. So a little bit turned tea. Here we have another one where you really have the turned leaf a little bit rolled into one small leaf. And we're gonna just add a little bit of water to this. So here I have my hot water around 65 degrees Celsius. Hello Infidia24, welcome to the live session of tonight. And tonight I am drinking here Tamaryokucha Midori, Tamaryokucha, which is coming from the farmer, Mr. Fujisako. And here we are tasting, as it is still 2018 harvest, 2018 Tamaryokucha Midori. Let's see if I can hear. Well, good. So we're back. What I am drinking here is just leaving it in for 1 minute. Really leaving the green tea in general only from 1 to 1.5 minutes. You don't need much more. There are some tight rolled green teas like Gyokuro, for example. This tea you can leave in for 2 minutes, but in general Japanese green tea 1 minute is more than enough. So after 1 minute we just pour this into the cup. And what is nice about the stem tea, in general, stem teas do have a beautiful, beautiful color. And here, what you can see here as well, it is like kind of more golden. It's not a typical green or golden green color, but it is a golden color. And this is when you mix the stems in, like the minerals and the colors of the stems, the colors of the leaves, they really give this beautiful color, which is more in the golden section. There you can really enjoy this tea very much. So I kept it now in a lower temperature. So welcome Rubina Karakan, welcome to the live session. So I'm drinking here a Tamaryokucha Midori, a stem tea which is coming from Tamaryokucha farmer called Mr. Fujisako. Mr. Fujisako living in the very south of the main island in Kumamoto, which is around 1.5 hours from Fukuoka, which is a big city in the northern part of the Kyushu island. So there he has his farm on a high plateau, and we are drinking it now tonight before we go to bed, before we go to sleep, this stem tea. So a very beautiful stem tea here, which you can see what we are drinking in the first brewing. Now let's go again to the taste. What you always will have when you drink stem tea is that you always have a little bit this mineralic and kind of a little bit more acid flavor in it. This is just coming from the strong mineralization of this tea due to the fact that you have the stems in the tea. So always when you're a little bit going more into tea which has a little bit more stems, automatically there's a slight acidity coming into the tea, and there you can really enjoy kind of a more stronger taste. There's a little bit of a hay flavor in the taste, so something in which is very, very particular for the stem teas. And therefore I suggest you, if you're looking for a sweet, nice, fine tea, you shouldn't too much go into the stem tea direction, because the stem teas, they really add a little bit of flavor of this, a a little bit of a more, also a little bit of a dryness. You have a little bit of a dry flavor, so more a tanninic flavor, which you might know from red wine. Dried red wine, this is a little bit the same sensation. So if you are looking a little bit more for something which has a stronger and a direct taste with a little bit of this slight dryness in the mouth, definitely you should try stem tea, which is something you definitely can go for. So let's go for the second brewing. Nice also about stem teas is that you actually can go for several brewings, so you can go up to 6-7 brewings easily, because they have a lot of flavor due to a lot of minerals in the tea itself. And this is what I personally like as well about the stem teas, that you can use them for a long time and you have a lot of flavors from serving to serving to serving. Here, beautiful color as well in the tea. Here in the second brewing, we have much less of this hay flavor in. We got much more sweetness also in the tea. So like the tea leaves which are in the tea, they're developing a lot of taste now. So they are taking over the tea a little bit, and this hay flavor is going back. So here, definitely a little bit the acidity, also the dryness a little bit going away, and leaving more space for the sweetness of the tea. And going now into the third, and this will be also the last tasting. So now in the third flavor, or third brewing now, what I can really realize, or what I realize about this tea, is really that in the first brewing you get a much more stronger taste. There's in the first brewing you are a little bit stronger, and then actually you have a much more of this mellow sweetness. So from steeping to steeping, this mellow sweetness gains in power, gains in strength. So this is something what I personally really like about this tea. So you still have this dryness, so there's kind of a little bit of a covering of the tongue, but finally here with this tea you get a much more of a mellow sweetness coming with the second and the third brewing. So this tea definitely involving from a little bit more a stronger direct hay flavor into much more sweetness. So interesting in terms of change into a more mellow tea from brewing to brewing.